make this a very interactive session. And I may walk in through your table and ask you to do, interact with your neighbor and understand where it takes you, okay? So let's begin with a handshake. That's the first concern with a male and a female when you're meeting people on a business or a business associate. Now, who extends the hand first? Okay? See, this is, it is going to be a fun thing. We need to make it interactive, so a few laughs will also be fine. At least you don't bring a tear to somebody's eye, right? Okay. Now, when you meet a lady for the first time on a business deal, so you've been introduced to her. So what is your first reaction going to be?
Well, I'll greet her, and it depends a lot on the culture, because I spend a lot of time in the Middle East and in Islamic countries. You would not shake hands first with a lady.
Absolutely.
So I would just respectfully keep my hands together and speak. I would only shake hands if the hand is extended to me.
Fantastic. That was a correct answer. But also to classically, he is only talking about the Middle East. But even classically, don't hesitate because you don't know where the lady is from. You may meet her in Europe or in a Western country. Still, you need to command that respect for a lady is you always keep your hands to yourself. Let the lady extend a hand and then you go ahead shaking hands. But now the second step is how do you shake hands? There are different ways where people say, this is called a noodle shake. You're just holding the finger because you're so paranoid whether I'm doing the right thing or no. So, thank you for coming on the stage. Now can I have you here? So what's the correct way of shaking hands? Hi. So, what is it?
Big hand?
Yeah, and the palms have to meet. Yes. So the thing is that the palms have to meet. Can you see this? Yes. Yeah? And it's never half-baked handshake ever. He's actually trembling over here. Okay, thank you. So that's this very important is, please, even if you are working out, if you are a boxer, if you are a trainer, please do not squeeze anybody's arm. It can be painful. So it has to be firm, but warm. Not tender, not soft, but warm, because you're extending your warmth to another person, whether it's a male or a female, it really doesn't matter. But firm doesn't mean, in Hindi it's a deela aata, please don't do that, okay? So that's handshake. Does anyone have a question before we go on to the other subject?
After the handshake, I want to know how many of us are connected with our immediate neighbors today. Retail is all about consumer engagement, consumer connect. We are talking since yesterday about connect, engagement, interaction. How many of us know your immediate neighbor today? Can I ask
neighbor in what way?
Seated today.
Okay.
Can I see at least one hand? No? Okay. 4, 5. So I'm going to play a 5-minute game with you all. You have 2 minutes to know the immediate 2 neighbors on your left and on your right. Their names and what do they do.
But please don't make that a comfort level. If he or she is working in a company, that's not counted at all. Okay? So what she met is a stranger. Somebody you met for the first time. Do you know the person who you've never met
I'm
before?
going to test you in 2 minutes whether you know the names of the gentlemen and ladies seated to the left and right of you.
Sukanya, sometimes what I feel, the men over here get a little paranoid about knowing the women because they don't know it's going to be a slap or a smile. Correct?
That's why these platforms are a real
but trust me, you gentlemen over here, there's one thing I always realize that if you do something well, bring elegance into the conversation that you have, I don't think any women have a problem, because if they have dared to step out of the house and work and meet their contemporaries like in a male form, they should never have a problem when a male goes up to them and compliments them or speaks to them well. It really doesn't matter. If you find a colleague, a woman, a female colleague, or some lady who you met only after you met, okay? Not a stranger. I'm stressing on the word stranger. If you met a lady and you know of her and you've been introduced, you should be able to tell her if you find her attractive, there's nothing wrong. It's the way you say it. You don't need to flirt with her, looking into her eyes and smile sheepishly. All you can say, I've been watching you across the table and I am so and so, and I think you're a very attractive lady in the hall. There's nothing wrong with it. If you say it well, I don't think anyone has a problem. But if you are going to linger her eyes all over and then sheepishly go up to her, of course, without a smile, she's going to slap you. Okay? So, gentlemen, beware.